In the heart of Indonesia, where the tropical forests hold secrets older than time, there is a story one that chills the bones and lingers in the dark. They call her the KUNTILANAK, a spirit so vengeful, so restless, that her very name sends shivers down the spine. Tonight, I'll take you deep into her tale. Listen closely, for her story is not one easily forgotten. Long ago, in a small village surrounded by dense jungle, lived a young woman named Sari. She was beautiful, with long, flowing hair and a smile that could light up the darkest of nights. But her beauty brought jealousy, and her life took a tragic turn when she fell in love with a man promised to another. The villagers whispered, accusing Sari of witchcraft, of casting spells on the man. Fear and hatred grew among them, and one fateful night, they took matters into their own hands. Sari was taken into the forest, her screams echoing through the trees as they left her there, broken and bleeding. The darkness swallowed her cries, but something in that forest heard her, something ancient, something malevolent. When morning came, Sari's body was never found, but her spirit remained. The villagers spoke of a haunting presence lurking among the trees, and soon, the legend of the KUNTILANAK was born. A ghostly woman with pale skin, dressed in a flowing white gown, her hair covering her face, eyes burning with unending rage. Years later, on a stormy night, two friends, Rina and Armin, were traveling by motorbike through a remote area, taking a shortcut through the forest. The rain pounded on their backs, and the wind howled like a lost soul. The path was barely visible, and the jungle seemed to close in around them. Armin, are you sure this is the right way? It's getting too dark. Relax, Rina, we'll be out of here soon. Just a little further, and we'll reach the main road. But as fate would have it, the motorbike suddenly stalled, leaving them stranded in the middle of nowhere. Armin tried to start the engine, but it wouldn't budge. They were miles away from any village, with nothing but the shadows of trees around them. Armin, I don't like this. I feel like we're being watched. The rain stopped as if someone had turned off the sky, and then a sound pierced the silence, a soft, melodic humming, like a lullaby drifting through the air. Do you hear that? It's coming from over there. They turned to see a figure in white, standing just a few meters away. Her back was turned to them, her hair long and wet, cascading down her back. She was swaying gently, humming that haunting tune. Armin, let's get out of here, yeah. But before they could move, the figure slowly turned to face them, revealing her face pale as the moon, lips curled into a chilling smile, and her eyes empty black voids that seemed to devour the light around them. Therein, panic surged through their veins as they fled into the forest, the humming chasing them like a shadow. Armin clutched Rina's hand, but the force seemed to twist and turn, leading them in circles. They could hear her laughter, now soft, mocking, echoing through the trees. Rina, keep running, don't look back. But Rina couldn't resist. Her head turned, and there she was floating, inches above the ground, her smile stretching unnaturally wide. She reached out with skeletal fingers, and in that moment, Rina knew the stories were true. The KUNTILANAK feeds on fear, on despair, and she had found her prey. Hours later, the villagers found Armin wandering along the forest's edge, disoriented and muttering to himself. His eyes were wide with terror, his clothes drenched, and they could only speak of a woman in white and a haunting song that would not leave his mind. Eji, she took her. Eji, she's still out there. Rina was never found. Some say the KUNTILANAK claimed her, adding another soul to her collection of lost wanderers. Others believe Rina's spirit now joins the restless ghost, luring more unsuspecting travelers into the forest depths. And so, the legend of the KUNTILANAK continues, a warning to those who dare to travel the jungle path at night. They say that if you hear her humming, you must turn away and run as fast as you can. Never look back. Never answer her call, because if you do, she'll be waiting, her cold breath on your neck, her hands reaching out to drag you into the darkness, forever. But remember, stories like these often hold a grain of truth. The next time you find yourself alone in the shadows of the forest, be careful. She might be closer than you think.